Hello and welcome everybody here on Haflamoke channel. Yes, it's my private channel, but all the other channels are full, as you can probably see on joinDOTA. On Hafla TV 1 we have the start of the preseason. On Hafla TV 2 there's still the GG League playing Osliki versus Compass Gaming, but here, short notice, we have TCN, the Romanian team that is sort of in a change where they, fourth and back go with their roster, and DT Dream Team 168 on the other side, of course, with the most known troll Russian player PGG. But they also have some stand-ins. Oh, actually now it's only one. Like when they started in the lobby they had two stand-ins, but now it's just one. It's Blow Your Brain, and as far as I know he is from, oh no, we have ZXC as well. Okay, never mind. So we have Blow Your Brain from MIT, Mikar and Tenebris. But that's pretty much it. Anyway, my name is Haflamoke, and with me co-casting is Grandis V. Now let's hop into the draft. They're really fast on it.
Well, as far as the first bans coming out from both teams, Ancient Apparition, Mirana, Trinity Protector, Faceless Void taken out in the first stage. Seednolus are going to pick up Brewmaster and Rubik to start things off, and Doom and Shadow Demon picked up for Dream Team 168.
Yep, absolutely. So, well, TCN, I actually casted them, I don't know, quite often since Comic-Con, where we even casted them directly on the LAN live event. And Brewmaster, yep, they definitely use that here quite often since 6.81. For a good reason, it seems to work out. But I'm actually trying to find out something more about the roster. ZXC, wait, but ZXC is officially still on Dream Team, I think. But they also go through roster changes. Like both teams actually go through roster changes. So I don't know why ZXC is shown as a stand-in. Maybe he's changing team and now he's just helping out his old folks. I don't know. But I guess we just have to go with it. But yeah, Quicks, Wern, Arise from the old TCN roster. I don't know if he appears into like in the new one. But there's a lot of changes coming. This is definitely not the TCN we knew from like 2-3 months ago. But still, like there's a lot of players I at least know, and let's see what we go for. The second ban rotation is coming out. We have the Lycan, the Sand King, as well as Enchantress and Tidehunter on the other side. So one big ultimate is out. We have a jungler being out, and of course, yeah, well, SK as a semi-jungler if he has his Sandstorm level 2, and of course a lot of pushing power also being taken out just by banning that Lycan.
And well, fairly surprisingly, left through the pool is the Batrider. He's kind of fallen a little bit out of favor, but still a very decent pickup for Seednolus to start things off in this next picking phase. And honestly, a little surprised it was left in. I think maybe banning out the Batrider as well as the Tidehunter might have been a better option, but Dream Team 168 more afraid of the early aggression coming out from the Enchantress, so Batrider will be picked up.
Yep, absolutely. Batrider will be picked up. That means some nice initiation coming out for TCN. That means we have two daggers. Well, we will have two daggers at some point. So two heroes that will definitely require a dagger. The Brewmaster 4, the Thunderclap into a Primal Split initiation, and of course the Batrider with a lasso. And the Rubik, well, I'm just thinking about what the Rubik can steal here, but it's quite potent actually what he can steal. Like a nice spectrum of spells already available, like stealing Echo Slam, stealing Fissure, that's definitely nice. Doom, the Doom as well could be stolen by the Rubik, which is always nice if that happens, of course. Shadow Demon, well, he spams a lot of spells. It's quite hard to actually get the right one unless you get, for example, the Demonic Purge. But also now with the Vengeful Spirit, like getting the magic missile is always a nice turnaround. So this Rubik will definitely have a crucial role in the draft of TCN here, because if he's timely on his steals, then yep, it could be nice turnaround. And Disruptor, Vengeful, well, it's heavy in supports, heavy in stuns, initiation, disables. Like I wonder what Dream Team is going as a core as well as TCN. Both teams lack a core, and there we go, Wraith King it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still very intrigued by this Dream Team 168 lineup. I'm thinking that that's a mid-Earthshaker getting the Blink Dagger up quickly, but they can also farm this Vengeful Spirit and get the early utility for the team, probably in the form of Mechanism. Usually when you see a farming Vengeful Spirit, it's more often than not going to be building into those utility items, but I mean, we could see something a little bit more unconventional, maybe getting an early Desolator, Manta style, something a little bit peculiar coming out from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see how it goes. I mean, the Wraith King now is gonna be a core, And we actually saw 2 core Wraith Kings just yesterday. I think you were casting one with me as well. Was it
Yeah,
you?
I believe
Wraith
so.
King with the Orchid as an answer against Mirana, etc. I think, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it
you were
was.
with me. But yeah, it's quite funny because the Wraith King started off in 6.8, 6.81 as a hero that was often played as a support, and I actually like him in that role because he can transition then later into damage. And I don't know, till then he's very nice and roaming and everything. But more and more teams pick him actually up as a core because there you guarantee a fast ultimate coming up, which means you're up and ready to fight early. But I don't know, like I still like him in the support role a tiny bit better. But still, we have the Brewmaster as well as the Wraith King, like being the core here. The Batrider, let's see how fast his Blink Dagger initiation comes and how much they can do with the lasso. Disruptor, well, actually I don't like the Disruptor pick because there's not much he can do. I mean, of course the Clims and everything is very nice to catch up on things, get things back, but there's not really a Blink initiation except for the Earthshaker, but the Earthshaker, those spells will come instantly. Like you won't be able to Clims fast enough. Even if he comes in, he will get the Echo Slam through, then he can Clims him out. So I think this is more offensive Disruptor than defensively. Unless, of course, he's really super fast with Superman reflexes and he puts the Static Storm on a potential target where the Earthshaker blinks in. But let's see. Death profited this as the last one. What do you think about this one?
I don't know. Both of these teams are going to look to get some very core items, and then they're going to be pushing and fighting pretty much non-stop. Signals are going to want to get those Blink Daggers early. Death Prophet wants to get at least some semblance of farm to tank up for the early game. And while it does look like we are going to have a core Vengeful Spirit coming out from Dream Team 168.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, now they pick the heroes and the laning. The laning is definitely going to be interesting. Like the Batrider, of course, will go solo. We have the Brewmaster mid and then a tri-lane. A very potent tri-lane with 2 disables as well as, of course, the Clims and the Kinetic Field holding something in place and bringing it back. On the other side, well, let's see. I wish there was actually a Mirana on top of that Shadow Demon. I think that would have also given them a bit more greediness in the draft, so they have the option, or could have the option of course, transitioning into more damage. But they choose the Vengeful Spirit. Also, a hero that is sort of able to get in a carry position, transitioning to damage, but of course not as well as a Mirana can. But anyway, we have to introduce faster teams. Here on the dire side, we have here Stan and Wern on the Batrider. Then in the mid, of course, we have Arise on his Brewmaster. Let's see how he's gonna perform. Of course, he himself, a very good player, very well known, especially in the Romanian scene. Then Quicks playing the Wraith King. We have Pradivka on the Rubik. And be water, my friend. Be water. Be the cup. Be the water. No, become the cup. No, be water. Become the cup. Or whatever. Bruce Lee. I love him. On the Disruptor here. And let's see what we got on the Radiant side.
On Dream Team 168, we have a Doom played by Afterlife Zonder, going to be playing on the Shadow Team ZXC on the Death Prophet, which will leave Blow Your Brain on the Vengeful Spirit, and PGG on the Earthshaker. There was a fairly large smoke rotation coming out from Dream Team 168 to start things off, but thanks to the pause, we will have time to at least introduce all of the players.
Yep, without any any problem. But let's see what they can do with the smoke. I mean, they're like all 5 smoked here. The smoke is too early to make it like a rune gank attempt, like we saw that yesterday, where they were waiting at the rune, that like one support just comes by, picks up the rune, like you do in every pub or even in every single game. Like, I wonder why this is not happening more often, actually, because you see that quite often, that like just one support goes to the rune. And with that combo we had yesterday, I think that was a Tusk coming out and something with a second stun. So that was just enough to, like, you know, sneak away that support going for the rune. But this time we don't have it. They head directly for the enemy jungle, and let's see what they find there. I mean, Arise won't leave his mid here. He wants to block, and top there's, well, there's the entire tri-line waiting for them. And this tri-line, they could be relatively safe under the tier 1 tower, but oh my god, Disruptor, you don't want to be there.
Long range fissure not being thrown up by PGG just yet. It will land nicely connected. They will throw the disruption, get more in position.
So dead.
And B-Water is very dead, yeah.
He's so dead. There's nothing he can do. 5 heroes and 2 illusion, just punching him, and of course he crumbles under those hits. Poor guy. Poor guy. So first blood is out. DT. This well, the smoke, 100 gold, definitely worth it, because you get the first blood bonus, and they're even in time. The horn was just blown, and therefore game started. Everybody is in their lanes. Only Doom has a quite long way, but he will still make it, not missing a single creep wave. So that's definitely nice. And Vengeful Spirit already going ham here on the Rubik.
Yeah, just gonna throw a casual stun, no other follow-up. There is clarities on PGG, so he will help out his friend in lane to make sure that he has some mana. As far as the mid lane is concerned, ZXC was a little bit late to get to the block after the first blood. But still going to be decently in position for this middle lane matchup. I think Brewmaster should do just fine, as should the Death Prophet. Both should be spamming to their heart's content once they get the bottle crowing online. This top lane's probably where we're going to have the majority of the action, if there is any, to start things off. But for now, both teams just standing back and watching each other farm.
Yep, and it is a carry, Vengeful. I did not see this coming. I really thought they'd just go, I don't know, with a tri-lane, maybe in the Prophet and something in mid.
Well, stun going the way of Zonder. We have the follow-up lift coming out from the Rubik. They have chain stunned this nicely, but I'm not sure they have the damage. Now Fissure going to cut off some of these supports, and well, the Rubik might be in a little bit of trouble. Magic Missile to follow things up. Disruption will go on the backlines. Everybody's fairly low, but nobody's falling on the backlines. Zonder is salving up. Lawyer Brain might be a little bit of trouble. Will the right clicks be there? Not enough mana for another stun from Kicks, and it looks like he'll be able to juke through the woods. Well, will the right clicks be there? Wraith King will be able to secure that one. And it will be a full retreat. Shadow Demon will also die. And now lift coming on to PGG. It looks like this is going to be a full wipe for this tri-lane. No PGG going back off. With Blow Your Brain coming in with another Magic Missile after respawning.
Yep, this one turned out... I mean, it was really nice what the Shadow Demon did. He was well aware of the damage that's incoming there. So he was waiting and waiting and waiting with that disruption all the time. But then with the Disruptor arriving to that fight, that was really bad. And now
might be caught out here. Kix doesn't have mana for a stun, but nice body box coming out here. They do have a glimpse. No, it's only level... Or he hasn't leveled it up, excuse me, on the Disruptor. Still trading hits with Kicks. But I don't know, thought Earthstriker might have been in a little bit more trouble had he had mana for the stun. Possible kill there.
Yeah, absolutely. But, I mean, at least he interrupted the clarity. Then again, the Earthstriker was like full HP. Or almost full HP, so didn't do too much. And, well, the biggest problem is that in that tri-lane, the Vengeful died. The one who's supposed to farm lost the most gold. But now, they also have boots. The boots being pretty much crucial here. Like... Yeah, because you saw it in that chase, like they all had no boots, and therefore the base movement speed was deciding who's getting how many hits in something, especially in a chase. But now they contest this small camp here just for XP. In the meantime, we just compare how the other lanes are doing. We have a 10 and 5 Brewmaster here with pretty much nothing. Like he has boots, but no, the bottle is already up. So bottle and boots will, they will pretty much arrive soon. And on the other side we have the Death Prophet. Is there actually a bottle? Yeah, there is also a bottle up as well as boots. So he's quite a bit ahead at the moment in comparison to Arise. But when it comes to CS, they're quite even. Just 3 CS for the Death Prophet.
Mostly just the first blood bonus gold going the way of ZXC, making the difference in that lane. Up in top, we have a Disruption to start things off. Fissure follow up from PGG, nicely going to disjoint the supports. And they won't be able to help out Kicks here. They will throw a stun the way of Blow Your Brain. Blow Your Brain fairly low, should be able to back off here. I don't know, do they have the glimpse available? Still haven't leveled it up yet, and it would only be a level 1 glimpse, so not going to have the range. And, well, a good pickoff going the way of Dream Team 168.
Yep, and in the meantime, the Doomia has 6 stacks, but, yep, the Batrider not... Yeah, he doesn't want to go for it. I liked what TCN was doing here. They were well aware of the fact that the Wraith King is gonna die, so all they did was like just turn around, focus on the Vengeful Spirit. But then again, Vengeful Spirit already having 660 HP, it was not enough what they had. I mean, this was only Thunderstrike level 1. I don't know why he didn't pick up the second level, or maybe even Klim's bringing him back in range for 1 more or 2 more right clicks were needed. But yeah, they didn't do it. He didn't spike it. Right?
Oh, Kick's going to stun up Blow Your Brain yet again. Rubik looking for the range on the lift. A nice Fissure with disjoint things. And it looks like Blow Your Brain should be able to back off nicely with a good defensive Fissure. They're going to throw a stun the way of Kicks, but you need to be careful there. Blow Your Brain going to eat another stun. And now he might be in a little bit of trouble with Fade Bolt from the Rubik. Will secure that kill. We have a rotation coming out from ZXC. Kicks is going to be disrupted up. They should be able to follow up this kill, and everybody on the other side, or his teammates rather, just going to leave him for dead. There's another Fissure going to stun up B-Water, my friend. And let's see if they'll be able to clean him up with the haste on ZXC. It looks like they will, and 1 more auto attack will secure that kill. A double kill going for ZXC, and I believe he's 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it's definitely working out at the moment what they do. Nice counter, like they were well up. Okay. In the meantime, we had here somewhere under the tower a nice Doom versus Batrider duel, and both lost pretty much. But of course, Batrider having a small advantage there, I think, because Doom actually got the first kill on the tower. Oh my god, they go on quicks again. Same scenario, nothing he can do. Oh, actually,
He does pop the magic sticks, and they don't have another fissure to throw. Yeah, that's going to save his life there.
okay. That
Pretty
was
much the
definitely
entire.
interesting.
Yeah. Pretty much the entirety of the range of initiation coming up from Dream Team 168 is all in the fissure of PGG. Because Vengeful Spirit, her range really isn't all that great, and, well, without having another one to throw the way of the Wraith King, he'll just be able to walk it off, so I guess lucky for kicks, but yeah, with so much action going in the top lane, these heroes are pretty mana-starved.
Yep, in the mid now, I think we might see the first go here. There's the Disruptor, he's smoked up, and the Death Prophet pretty low on mana. Of course, he's super fast already with the face boots, but if Arise managed to get the first Thunderclap in, that slow would definitely provide exactly what they need. The slow into the kinetic field, and then the Primal Split should be enough to get the Death Prophet down. But, oh well, 850 HP, it's quite something to chew through, and he's well aware of the fact that some support is missing. And of course, they also know the Batrider is missing. I don't know why exactly he left his lane, but the fact is he did it before he is even level 6. Now with the creep, with the single creep wave he got there, he is level 6, but still. And now, oh, there's a little race for the regeneration rune, but Be Water, my friend, finds it. Yep, he takes it, gets 0 ticks from it, and oh my god. This might be the opening they're looking for. But Arise? Nope, not going for the Thunderclap, wasn't quite in range.
Well, that was fairly anticlimactic. Disruptor going to get a little bit more harassed than he bargained for. After picking up the regen, we'll be forced back to base for now. Up in top lane might be the next place where we have another engagement. The supports from the Radiant team are just hanging around. Well, as the Kicks and Rubik are all sitting behind their tier 1 tower and fairly defensively, so not going to get caught out. And
yep. Well, the biggest problem at the moment is that the Wraith King can't really go out. He's not level 6, therefore he's not protected, and if they go again for this nice fissure, as we saw twice already, well, he's pretty much surrounded and then boxed in by his illusions, but they want to go for something.
Batrider, he gets the lasso off onto PGG, and it looks like they'll be able to follow up. Defensive Disruption will delay things for now, and another stun going the way of Kicks. They're going to lift back PGG back into the rest of the heroes. Arise does have the ultimate going through the Thunderclap, only going to land on Zondar. Now he splits, and they'll be able to clean up PGG as well as just shouted. Even a lot of heroes committed to this top lane coming out from TCN, but it'll pay off in the end.
Absolutely. This was pretty much the return for the rotation of the Death Prophet. First the Death Prophet came, of course, and he went ham there in that top lane in combination with, of course, all the disables he had that on the lane. But this time Arise is rotating and he did quite something. But in the meantime, it's not like DT is I don't know, AFK or something. In the mid, we have the Exorcism. He's going to try at least get that tower down, but I think he won't make it. There will be more rotations, and he has to be careful. There is a level 1 glimpse now, so if he tries to run away after his Exorcism, which will end pretty much soon, like, yeah, he definitely won't get that tower, but there will be a
Arise. Double damage popped. He's bottling up for extra mana. Doesn't have enough mana for the Thunderclap. He's going to be blocked by a nice fissure coming out from PGG. Don't think they'll be able to catch this kill. They do have the Enchant Totem available. Not going to be able to get the body blocks they needed in order to catch out Arise, and he'll be just fine.
Yep, I mean the Fisher was nice, but the problem is they don't have a Disruptor. With a Disruptor that would have been interesting, to say the least. But also the problem is, like, Death Prophet didn't have too much mana. It would have been enough for 1 or 2 Crypt Swarms. I don't know if that was enough to get Arise down, but...
Oh, tier 1 tower going to fall to the Earthshaker. Rise is in the vicinity. Looks like everybody's just going to back off after the tier 1 tower fell.
Yep. I mean, at least this tension in the mid now gives Quicks some time to farm on his top lane here, because he really desperately needs it. At least he's level 6, but then of course he's not coming with too much of a mana pool at the moment. If he would go for 1 stun, he doesn't even have enough mana to get the mana up for the ultimate. That's 140. He could swap, of course, the power threats to intelligence, maybe get some charges before, but it's a dangerous position, of course, he's in. But I think... well, the Doom. How is the Doom actually going? He is now going, I think, for a Midas. There is Gloves of Haste coming out, but then again, that would be quite late Midas. I mean, if you start right now, then...
oh, he just delivered to himself.
Never mind, I'm stupid. Of course, the recipe was already in the courier. I checked the courier before, but it wasn't... I didn't see it in there, but it just got picked up, and... yeah, so Midas is up at 9 minutes, plus the face boot, so absolutely fine.
Yep. Well, Doom is going to start becoming a fairly large threat as far as net worth is concerned. Is already sitting at the 2nd slot, not really being pressured all that much by the Batrider in lane. Solo is, I don't know, Batrider's solo 1v1 presence has really been limited after the Napalm nerf. It's harder for him to farm and contest the farm.
Yep. Oh, and there's Arise is getting directly stunned in front of the rune. That was also a very nice potential rune for him because that was invisibility. He could have gone for something, but I think they want to interrupt this, what they got here bottom, the push. I don't think they can do it.
Oh, blinking coming out from Rise. He's going to get the split off. He stuns up a ZXC. The Exorcism's still going. They're going to throw the Doom up in the air. It's pretty much complete havoc. They're going to throw back Zonder back into the fight. Nobody's dying just yet, and the Pandas are actually falling fairly low. They're going to throw the Doom yet up in the air again. Wraithfire Blast going the way of ZXC. Defensive Disruption will land on the Death Prophet. Now the Ghosts are going to start coming back. They'll get the Wraith King ultimate as well as the Rubik kill on the backlines. Kicks is going to be stunned up by an Enchant Totem, or not a very long duration stun, only one level up into the Aftershock. They're going to stun up, blow your brain. Now they're going to get the Magic Missile the way of the Batrider, and everybody's just going to blink away on the side of TCN. Another Fissure coming on to Kicks. He doesn't have the ultimate. Will they be able to nuke him down? Level Death not doing enough. A couple more auto attacks. He's going to stick charge. They're diving past the tower. Nice defense, or swap into the Magic Missile coming out from Blow Your Brain, and what a wonderful play coming out from the Vengeful Spirit.
Yep, Blow Your Brain. That was an awesome play there. Swap into Magic Missile, perfect. But this initiation by Arise with like barely any follow-up behind him. I mean, there was just a Rubik, but even he hesitated and didn't come up with anything. Oh my god.
Oh, another stun going the way of the poor Rubik, and he'll be... I'm not sure if that was necessary.
That Aqua Slam was overkill.
Oh, Arise is going to jump in. He gets the clap onto the Earthshaker. That'll be an instant kill, and now they're going on to turn onto him. Excuse me, TP away from the Vengeful Spirit. Will the right clicks be there? And with the Soul Catcher extra damage, they'll be able to get the kill for the Brewmaster, so definitely not a good trade coming out from Rise, but if they're able to get this Death Prophet, it could be good. Batrider doesn't have the Blink Dagger, but with the Glimpse back, they should be able to get this kill. Let's see, Lasso committed this as well, TPing back in the Rubik, and ZXC will be the cost of Dream Team 168 hanging around near that tier 2 tower.
Yep, and that's an unstoppable streak here going to the Batrider. That definitely helps, because he still has to progress to his Dagger, and actually Dagger now coming up with that gold influx, but still, Arise's trade was very interesting there. He really just wanted to knock out PGG. That was like, gotcha! And then just suiciding. That, I don't know. Not really worth it, but at least the Death Prophet kill made it sort of worth it. Nevertheless, the tower super low. They lost the tier 1 tower now. Oh, PGG.
Well, in the river, they're going to start out with the clap, and he's just taking too much nukes, so lift follow-up from the Rubik. He's going to steal the Enchant Totem. Not the most useful spell, but either way, they'll be able to clean up that kill. PGG just caught out in the river.
Were they smoked? Or like, why did PGG just run straight forward there? I didn't quite catch that.
I'm not sure. Not sure if he was going for warding. He doesn't have any wards on his person. There's no wards drop down anywhere close, so
yep.
Honestly,
no,
I'm not sure
running,
why.
I don't know, running towards the top run in the river line, and I actually didn't even swap the camera there because I was like, ah yeah, he sees them and he's just going back, but he ended up like hugging those 3 enemy heroes and of course going down. Like for them it was just a very welcome, I don't know, very welcome reception there, just saying hello, getting a punch.
Yeah. Well, Doom going to finish up the Drums of Endurance, a fairly common build coming out from the Doom, just going to be the... Whoa, looks like we have a little bit of disconnect coming out from Arise. Hopefully you'll get back in without any trouble, but as I was saying, this is pretty conventional for your Doom, especially when he's played in a farming position. Just build all the ores for the team after that Midas and Afterlife.
Yeah.
Well, he's farming well.
Absolutely, I mean, why not? The only problem is, I mean, we have to look at all the items. I mean, there's only one Midas on the pitch, and of course it's on the Doom. The Doom actually, I think he's gonna get scary pretty much soon. We have, yep, he's going for a drums build as well, so we have the drums up on him. The courier will bring it to him in just a second. And what else we got? I mean, the Death Prophet, I guess he's gonna go for a Yule's build or something. The only thing I don't like, of course, they have double drums now on Doom and Death Prophet. But sure, why not? As a stat giver, it's still an awesome item. But then again, if it's really just about auras, then you just want to have 1 drums. But I mean, in this case, it's absolutely fine. Especially the Death Prophet is also going solo here and there quite often, as well as the Doom. I'm just wondering what the Doom is getting for initiation. Like, I like the Blink Dagger Doom approach because it's very precise. Like, if you just assume that Arise is somewhere where you can reach him with a Blink Dagger really fast, you just Doom in. I mean, you're tanky enough, especially with Scourge, to survive a lot. So you go in there, you Doom the Panda so he doesn't come up with his Primal Spit, which is of course a very dangerous spell, especially early and mid game. So that blink dagger would have been very interesting. And also the second thing I'm really curious is Wern. He has to make the plays with the Batrider. I mean, he was part of the Death Prophet kill, but before that he was not really someone you can talk about, like when it comes to game impact. I mean, he has now his dagger, but I don't know, we don't see the plays coming for now, at least.
Yeah, well, hopefully with that Blink Dagger, he will be able to make some more plays. As far as Dream Team 168 is concerned, I'm not sure if they've really gotten enough out of Blow Your Brain on this Vengeful Spirit. He's had a couple of good plays here and there, but I don't know, his farm is incredibly lackluster. 35 CS at 13 and a half minutes in is really not where you want your farming hero to be. He was in that aggressive tri-lane, so it will slow down his farm a little bit, but still struggling to work towards that mechanism, and only has the headdress and the recipe finished. I don't think any components are on the courier, and that is the case, unless he's hiding something on the floor, which also is not.
No, not really. So at the moment, I don't know, it looks sort of equal, but DT has, of course, I don't know, with the towers and the fights before, like a small advantage. They had one kill ahead, but as I said, like TCN made a very questionable decision in that bot fight, in that bottom fight. Also Arise, I don't know, with that YOLO jump just to get a Earthshaker. I don't know if that's really a value kill. I didn't actually inspect his gold there, if he was like really down to reliable gold or something, or if he instantly bought something. And PGG asking what's wrong. I'd say the internet is wrong because it's down. And Prativka stating the obvious. He is disconnected from the game.
Yep, well, and as poorly as this Vengeful Spirit has been farming, the Wraith Kings just had such a terrible game. He died 3 times in lane, I believe. And just hasn't been having a great game. All he has is the Power Treads and the Quelling Blade to his name. And 1,200 gold is in the bank, so if he's working towards the Blink Dagger or the Blade Mail, I'll have that before too long. I think this is a blink game for Kicks, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And now PGG went AFK while Arise is reconnecting. Oh, guys, this is... But either way, yeah, he died twice in his lane here in the top lane and the tri-lane. It just didn't work out. But I said that already in the draft, that like the Shadow Demon Vengeful Spirit combo with the Earthshaker on top. I mean, I wasn't expecting they lane it that way, but since they did, obviously it was more potent than a level 1 Disruptor who can't really do anything as well as a Rubik. It's just the spells, just short duration, etc. The stuns are just much better to get the right clicks in. But, I mean, Wraith King... Let's see. The problem is he died, of course, with a level 1 ultimate. It's a 260 seconds cooldown, very long. Takes a while till he's able to fight again. I mean, obviously he is ready to fight again, but then, of course, without ultimate, that kind of defeats the purpose of a Wraith King, because you want to charge in there, you want to die, you want to have them slowed, and then have your team follow up. It's like additional AoE slow you have. And, well, let's see how his farm goes. He has 1,280. What do you think he's going to go for? I mean... You think maybe a catch-up Midas?
Catch-up Midas would be okay, I think. On Wraith King, you just want that level 16 as fast as possible. And if TCN are going to play this a little more defensively, that could be a choice for him. But I think a Blink Dagger, honestly, on this Wraith King would be good. They already have the initiation coming out from the Batrider and the Brewmaster, but just getting the Wraith King into the middle of these fights as quick as possible, I think, would be very nice for them. And also... just having that positioning tool for as many heroes as they can on the side of Sidonolus is a great way to get advantages in these team fights.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's see, I'm just wondering, you already talked about it, Vengeful Spirit, he has... But he doesn't have the buckler. He has the recipe, the Mac recipe before the buckler. There's nothing in the chicken, only the headdress up. Okay, that's also interesting, so he needs the buckler still. But, well, let's see. I mean, when it comes to experience, like, DT actually had 2k advantage, but like in the last fight there, like, TCN actually sort of conquered a huge chunk back there. Only 500 left for DT, so it's fairly even. I mean, we're only in the 13th minute, of course. But when it comes to gold, well, DT is still quite consistent. They lost a bit in their last fight, where they also dropped most of their experience, but the gold looks definitely more stable, which can also, of course, be explained by 2 towers being down. And let's see, I mean, the top tier 1 not having too much HP loss, but the tier 2 bottom is pretty much the next target, or the next one that will fall, at least judging by the HP. But let's see what DT will do. I like it when the Death Prophet is using like his ultimate or her ultimate rather, very effectively. Like usually you see that on Dire teams more often than on Radiant teams, but they mostly use the exorcism directly on cooldown from one tower to another, and if there's nothing to push or nothing to fight, then they go directly into Roshan, also use the exorcism there. It's a huge ultimate, especially if you have single targets. It's just insane the damage that's dishing it. Yeah.
Yep, I don't know. I think they'll wait for the level 11 exorcism before they go for the next push, but that'll be up very quickly. Just a couple of creeps away from that on the Death Prophet.
It's pretty much a solo. Nah, it's a bit more than a solo creep wave for him on level 10. But I guess he can take, I don't know, maybe something in the jungle, or maybe they just hold back a bit for the time being. But as I said, I mean, I can't believe it. Blow your brains at G. We're back in the game. So let's see. I mean, right now with all our predictions and foretellings, let's see what actually is happening. I also wonder what the next item is for the Death Prophet. Do we see a Yule Scepter just to go completely for the race car build? Maybe he's also using the exorcism for getting that tier 2 tower. And it is, it looks like it. Oh, there's a smoke, wrap around, pull disruptor.
Yeah, Be-Water, my friend, he's going to be caught up by the Nice Fissure from PGG, and they'll be able to blow him up. He drops the Static Storm in the end, Kinetic Field's coming in, they've caught out the Doom, and now Arise, he's joining the fray, he has his ultimate available, the Echo Slam being dropped on the Rubik, pretty much solo. They're last swing PGG, but a Disruption will keep him in place. They've doomed up Arise, and, well, at this point, Seed Nullis just need to back off. They're going to lose this tier 2 tower one way or another. Maybe they'll look for a deny. No, they're just going to give away this tower, and rightfully so after losing those 2 kills.
Yep, absolutely. That was 2 kills and a tower. Definitely awesome trade for DT. They even have some residual exorcism left. Not much. It's not enough for Roshan. Like, theoretically, if that was, I don't know, a bit longer duration, they could actually try to go in and sneak Roshan, but let's see if TCN wants to scout that. Maybe they assume it, but then again also PGG showed now here in the mid lane. Even though it's nighttime, I'm not quite sure if they actually saw that rotation, but let's see. As I said, the Batrider not really coming into that game. As soon as there's a lasso out, there's also a disruption. It's like he's saving only for that. Not to mention that if it's an all-out team fight, they also have swap. Like, they don't really care about that lasso. That's the biggest problem. They have disruption. They have later maybe a Yules on a Death Prophet, as I said, it might come out. But no, he's actually going for Necro. Necro
yeah,
1
very
is
interesting.
Just out.
Yeah, interesting pickup for ZXC. Without any other summons up in top, we do have a smoke rotation coming out from Seed Knolls. Death Prophet's not there and doesn't have the ultimate for another 45 seconds, and this could be a big initiation for them. They're going to stand Zondar. They've jumped in with the Batrider, doesn't have the lasso for another 8 seconds. They're going to split with the Brewmaster. They got the kill on the Shadow Demon. Now they throw PGG in the air. And it looks like they'll be able to get the Vengeful Spirit as well. She used the mechanism, has stick charges, might pop them, but no, will be kept in place. Now the lasso is off of cooldown. They'll be able to pull back PGG, and 3 of these heroes will die on the side of Dream Team 168. Luckily, it wasn't the Doom or the Death Prophet that died there, but still, a very good pickoff for Seed Nullis, and Kix will be going back for that Midas at about 16 minutes, and I don't know, I think this is okay for him.
Yep. So it's a catch-up Midas after all, I guessed it right there, and I don't know if they get that tier 1 tower at the moment. We have the Death Prophet coming, there's Necro units, of course, focusing on quicks, and no mana left for the ultimate, and there's the rotations.
Oh, Purge going the way of the Rubik. Looks like they're going to get him, and with the Magic Missile, they'll clean him up very quickly. They swap back Be-Water, my friend. He's going to need an Urn Charge and a couple more nukes. Looks like they'll be able to chase him down. Drops the Kinetic Field. No other way to chase him, but he looks like he's going to still die. Oh, be close. I don't think he will.
27 HP. Plus poison,
In the
15 HP. You needed one more poison stack, then that would have been a kill. But in the end, with all these rotations, I mean, they saved their tower, but on 176 HP. But I guess they can just come in and get the tier 1 tower instead. They won't even need exorcism for it, I don't think so. No, they just club it down this way. And maybe they even go further. They know they have exorcism. It's level 2, so why not going for the tier 2? In the meantime, TCN of course busy just going back. They all need to restore their mana. And actually, I kind of like the Necro pickup by the Death Prophet. I mean, you saw what just happened to Quicks there. Just the Necro Warrior being micro there, getting 1 mana burn off, and the melee Necro Warrior just meleeing him, and he was out of mana. But Midas is not providing any mana pool for you, and there we have the Exorcism coming out. That means fast tier 2 tower. The new creep wave is just coming, just arriving right now.
Yeah, they have the lasso, but with no Brewmaster split for another 30 seconds or so, it looks like this tier 2 tower is going to fall. They will glyph it. Well, I guess it's worth the glyph. We probably won't see Dream Team 168 going up high ground, especially with Exorcism being spent in this tower, and it will just be a free tier 2 for them.
Yep.
But still, Dream Team 168 looking very strong, and yeah, as you said, that Necro pickup is going to be very useful for Death Prophet. TV back in for PGG, going to throw the Fissure, actually going to connect on Arise. Very well placed Fissure, but no follow-up for that. And another Necro book coming out from Dream Team 168. It's one of those items that helps a lot better when you have more of them. And with Afterlife picking up one as well, Dream Team 168's pushing potential is going to be very scary.
And they're not gonna stop. They know they have the momentum, they know they have the better push, they know they have also nice initiation and everything they need to counter TCN's initiation, so why not continuing? We're looking at the last outer tower for TCN and it looks like they're gonna get it. This Fissure is blocking everything in and out, nothing is coming from that secret shop high ground, and tier 2 tower going down, and the really frustrating thing is the Exorcism, well, 40 seconds. I don't know if they want to go for more here. There's just a random Thunderstrike, I don't know, just pulling the creep wave, and they go back, but sure, why not?
Yeah, they just wanted a little chip damage with the Necronomicon unit still there. Had ZXC had his ultimate, maybe they would have gone for more, but still waiting for the Blink Dagger to be delivered to PGG, and I think they'll just hang back for a little bit longer. All of the outer tier towers, on the side of TCN have fallen, and Dream Team 168 can kind of back off and play a little bit defensively for now, waiting for probably the Necronomicon 3 on the Doom, and maybe one more item on the Death Prophet.
Yep, it's already level 2, the Necro 1, the Necro 2 on the Doom, and do we have Necro 3 already? Yes, it was already Necro 3 here on the Death Prophet, so that's 4 Necro units just going. Oh my god, PGG.
PGG?
PGG.
He's going to scout out the smoke, it looks like, maybe.
Yeah, he has the invisibility rune. That would have been big, like scouting out. Oh my, he might actually still do it. There, the smoke is gone. They're clicking, they're blinking forward. They were assuming someone is there, but it was PGG to the side. Like, he's laughing, really. He's laughing out loud right now because he just discovered that smoke, and that's 100 gold down the drain, as well as, of course, a lot of time lost there. They spent so much time just coming from that secret shop into the enemy jungle, not finding anything, and then being revealed by PGG. And in the meantime, DT, I guess they're gonna converge here in the mid lane. They might even, yeah, TCN might not even be able to push out that lane, going maybe for a tier 2 tower, because if they do, then DT will just decide to go for a tier 3 tower in the mid, so definitely not a trade you want to go for. And yep, it looks like it. DT, they're gathering, they have a nice little team meeting here in the mid, and Exorcism is coming out, as well as the Necro units, and look at this damage.
Yeah, tier 3 tower is as good as dead. Backdoor protection not there, even though the creep wave is a little bit further behind. They'll lift up the melee Necronomicon unit. Now they're pulling back ZXC back into the base. Nice Fissure will delay things for now. And ZXC is decently tanky. They'll be able to get the Disruptor on the back lines. Oh, Kix is trying to blink in, get something going on. You have thrown up the Doom in the air. Did deploy the Doom, not sure on who, and ZXC still surviving. And now PGG going to get a huge ultimate. ZXC still alive by some miracle. And now with the Ghost coming back, he's going to heal back up. Kix is falling very quickly. He's going to die for a second time. Buyback from the Rubik. Blink forward by the Brewmaster. Not going to be able to find ZXC. And now they're looking for more. Blink forward by PGG is going to stun up the Rubik. Disconnection from Arise as well as Abandon. I believe that's GG called out by TCN, and indeed it is.
I don't know why they did not focus more on the Death Prophet there. He was pretty much dead, but somehow there was not enough damage. Like the Wraith King going for another target than the Brewmaster. I think they would have done much better this fight if they focused on the Death Prophet, and then let's see how far you get without all those ghosts swirling around and just nuking everything down. Plus, of course, he survived even that long that he was healed up by it. But anyway, guys, this is a best of 3. My name is Haflamo. Casting with me is Grandis. If you like it, of course, press the follow button, as well as, of course, on the channels Hafla TV 1 and 2. They are also casting at 1930. You're gonna have to start out on Hafla TV 1, and there should be still a GG League game going on Hafla TV 2. No, actually, they're done. No, actually, no, they're still casting Compass Gaming versus Osliki. But either way, for game number 2, we are back in just a second. So hang in there. Be right back.